Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Chicks TV. I am cranking out the weekend reality show TV reviews today. And I guess I'm saving the best for last. The Real Housewives of Potomac. All I gotta say is, so Jamal does live in your phone, Giselle. She said it. This was a great episode. I love this show. They have definitely taken over Atlanta for me. And somebody was on Twitter talking about, well, if you think back to season 6 of Atlanta, they was fired too. Yes, that's why you should fire everybody right now so you can get some fresh blood and get Atlanta back to popping. Because it seemed like they want to bring back Sheree. They want to give Marlo a peach. This ain't got shit to do with Atlanta. Let's get into Potomac because Potomac is actually good. Okay, so it's a continuation of the fight from the New Delusions party or whatever it was called. Giselle is like, Karen, what's Sing Sing? And I'm like, Giselle, you know exactly what Sing Sing is. And you better stop fucking with Karen before she spray you with all your truths. Because I believe your truths will hurt deeper than if Karen's sitting in the house getting drunk on the weekend. You know, that's her business. She grown. If she want to get drunk at home, let her get drunk. All of y'all up there look like some drunks to me if we gonna call Karen a drunk. But anyway, at some point, you know, Giselle backed down because Giselle knows what Sing Sing is. Now, the hot box, I don't know. I ain't her gynecologist. I don't know. But she know what Sing Sing is. And if the streets that are talking, if they're talking the truth, we know what Sing Sing is too. Okay. So, Robin had to jump in and save her friend Giselle. And you know, Robin never learns. Robin never learns. She jumps in for Giselle all the time and then get hit with all the bullets that were aimed at Giselle. She gets hit. And now, girl, now you dead. Now you did, Robin. You never learn. She said something to Karen, and Karen was like, well, when are you getting married? And Robin's like, when COVID is over. And Karen is like, when COVID is over, COVID ain't never going to be over, boo. People are out here getting married left and right every day. One of my good friends, well, I ain't going to say my good friends, but she was one of my good friend co-workers that I keep up with on social media. She just had a beautiful wedding this past weekend. So people are getting married left and right, day after day after day after day. Y'all ain't never get married. And so Corinne, that's my husband's name. Karen shoots Robin with, well, bitch, at least my marriage is real. Your marriage and your relationship fake. At least I'm getting married in a real marriage. And I'm like, see, Karen, you should have said, at least your marriage is real, unlike that glass that's sitting on top of her finger. That is a huge ass engagement ring. Huge. I don't have my wedding ring on right now. Humongous. It looked like one of them Porsche rings. And it's fake. It's all glass. And we know it's fake because it was glass when you bought it. On TV. Like, bitch, I wouldn't have got on TV buying no fake ass ring and proposing with it. And Robin is, bitch, you remember when Candy got engaged to Todd? Todd ain't got no Candy money. And this ain't no shade to Todd. But Todd bought Candy a ring that he could afford. It don't look nothing like Porsche ring, but Candy loves it. She picked it out and she's happy with it. Now, Candy ain't one of them over the top people, no way. But you could have bought your wife a ring that you could afford, one. Not that big ass shit and it be glass. If she drops it, it's going to break. Moving on from Robin. I can't stand her ass. She stay getting hit by stray bullets. Mia, because I guess somebody jumped in and said, we ain't going to do no ganging up on people. And Mia was like, well, I don't want to speak for Karen, but Giselle has a good heart to me. And I'm like, bitch, shut up. Because I know you watched this shit before you got on the show. I know you watched. You know this bitch Giselle is full of shit. But Mia right now is making TV, so I'm going to let her live. A little bit. She on the fence for me. Giselle, no. Karen explains why she mad at Giselle. She said Ray told Giselle to hurry up and find a man because pretty don't last. And that's just a fact. Everyone is going to get older. Giselle told Ray or whoever that Ray gonna be 6 feet in the grave before my beauty fades. And Karen was offended, talking about, I would have confronted you back then, but the kids were young. That was all bullshit. Karen, number one, Ray started that shit. Now, I don't remember that back season 1. I don't remember the context of that conversation of why Ray was telling Giselle her beauty is gonna fade. Giselle is very beautiful, but she is so fucking ugly on the inside that I can't see it. Like, she's an ugly bitch to me. I mean, she's facially beautiful, but her whole character is ugly. Like, if y'all don't know, I say it every season. I can't stand Giselle. Giselle is probably, out of all the reality show people that I can't stand, the one that I can't stand the most. Like, I hate her more than Shani, more than Evelyn. I can't stand more than Kenya. Like, I just kind of dislike Kenya, but I hate Giselle. But anyway, moving on. In my notes, I said, Ray, you started it. You started it. So, Ray, you had to catch that bullet back from Giselle. You mind your business. Let Jamal live in Giselle's phone. And number 2, Karen, Giselle has done so much more worse shit to you season after season after season. You could have came up with any other example, like the taxes. She wore the free bean shirt to your little celebration. And then, didn't she bring up that's why he want to fuck somebody Lyles? I can't remember the lady name. And she threw that in your face. Like, Giselle has never been a good friend to you, Karen. So you have plenty more examples than that. And stop saying that Giselle, I hate to have to stick up for that bitch. But Giselle didn't wish death on your husband. She was just kind of making a read of his old age. Like, bitch, you will die before this beauty fade. Like, she wasn't saying, I wish you would die. Just like Ray wasn't saying, I wish your beauty would fade. You know, they just saying shit gonna happen. But let's move on. So, Wendy finally gets up and admits that she got her ass done. And I agree with Mia. She only admitted that shit after Mia made it seem okay to get your ass done. I don't know why Mia had to admit it. Bitches every day getting their ass done on Instagram. Hell, if I had some coins, I said it once, I said it again. If I had some coins and I could lose enough weight, because they'll be like, bitch, you too big to get your ass done right now, I would do the shit too. But let's move on. Wendy make everybody toast to her titties, and Mia gets Giselle's phone number. I mean, y'all all on the show together. Hell, y'all co-workers right now. Let her get a number, and they say goodnight. Mia has a family segment. It was cute. A beautiful penthouse, but I was bored. I don't care nothing about Mia's family. It's one and the same storyline. Busy mom. Hell, they ain't do nothing but pluck Monique's storyline on Mia. Beautiful woman, beautiful house, busy mom with a side hustle, in the kitchen cooking and trying to, I mean, that's the same shit Monique was doing. So let's move on. I was bored with that. Candace is doing a new pilot, some kind of TV show. I don't remember what it's about. I'm gonna say this. Candace is a good actress to me. I want to say great actress because everything I've seen Candace do acting-wise, I've thoroughly enjoyed. I think she has a lot of range. Girl, I think your acting might be better than your singing. No shade. I like Candace as an actress. But Candace is stressed. She on the phone with her husband, Jer. Her mama getting ready to read her next week for this husband, Jer. I can't wait. Chris is now her manager, and he's on the phone. He's managing her acting. He says, girl, you got to get in the studio. You got this album to finish. But Candace is also working on her master's degree. And I'm like, Candace, are you wasting money? Because what you doing with this master's degree if you trying to be on TV? I mean, entertainers go back and do the shit. I ain't gonna knock nobody education efforts. Congratulations, girl. Get that master's. You are doing a little bit too much, but you ain't got no job, so I guess you got time. It ain't like you a slave to a desk for 40 hours a week, so I guess you got time to do it all, girl. Chris admits that he has no experience that could qualify him to be her manager. This shit about to end very badly. All I can see is Monique Sidney, Mary J. Blige, and that fool that want to run her pockets. We've seen husbands be managers so many times and that shit not work out, and then they end up divorcing your ass and taking all your money, or like Monique, they end up driving your career in the mud. Candace, fire this man and make him go get in somebody's kitchen and cook. Don't have him fuck up your career, because Candace, I'm telling you, I think you're talented. I enjoy seeing you on your TV. I haven't listened to that new album yet, but like I told you, that one song was a bop. So I will, you know, go on my title and try to find your album and give it a chance. Don't let your husband fuck this up for you. Because, you know, on reality TV, it's all cute. But you see what Atlanta doing. You might get a couple of more years of this Potomac shit before y'all start getting boring too. Don't let this man fuck up your coin, your future coin. And I couldn't have no manager talking about I have zero experience, but I know how to manage my wife. Yeah, you know how to fuck her and talk to her and maybe get her to do a couple of things. But can you reach out and get her some good scripts? Can you reach out and get her some good producers? Can you reach out, you know, and hook up some good agents for some good roles? Like, no. Fire this man and put him back in the kitchen doing what he knows how to do. It ain't nothing wrong with being a personal chef and having a restaurant or any of that. But don't come over here talking about you tired of cooking and doing whatever else and you want to just come over here and get 10, 15% of this. But we gonna move on. For whatever reason, Ashley had to tell her mama that she's sucking off Michael to please him because she don't want to have sex. Why you telling your mama that? And why you telling us? We ain't have to hear that shit. Anyway, Giselle is giving Robin a tour of the West Wing of her house. That bedroom was beautiful. Like that West Wing, Giselle's bedroom, bathroom, and that upstairs closet, glam, gorgeous. The upstairs sound like it's too hollow. Like I don't like the sound of it, but it's gorgeous on the inside. All the shade Robin gave your house, I agree. Your house, I said it on Twitter. If you see somebody who said on Twitter, that was me. I said it looks very Little House on the Prairie-ish. It looks very country, very barnyard, and it looked like you got a small barn attached to another barn. You could tell the main house looks old and that West Wing looks brand new. It doesn't mesh. I don't see any resale value. I see if anyone was to ever buy that shit from Giselle, it would be a complete teardown. Complete teardown. Just take the land and tear all that shit down. Half of the inside don't look good, though I'm rocking with your pink wall. A lot of people hated that pink wall, but you see the color wall I got. I like colors, and I thought it was cute. But anyway, let's move on. Somewhere, what they talking about, Giselle talking about she got to christen her Versace sheets. Why did we have to hear that? Giselle, we know that box is dry. You talking about the cobwebs on Karen's vagina. You talking about you got the WAP, but you ain't christened your Versace sheets. And it don't look like you're going to do it no time soon. They're allowing Giselle to spend this what's her man name? Jamal. They breaking up because of the pandemic, because they live too far. She need her man 8 minutes down the road. Don't none of them men 8 minutes down the road want you. At some point, she said something very distasteful that if I was Karen, one of my cousins would have to come whoop Giselle's ass. She gonna say, Ray gonna die. This is the second time I ain't gonna say you wish death, but you mentioned death on Ray's name. And I don't appreciate that. It's very tacky and you need to be slapped for it. Karen too classy, but I know one of them cousins from down south ain't got no problem coming up north to slap the shit out of you. She talking about Ray gonna die before his taxes ever get paid. And Robin chuckles, but I'm like, bitch, is your taxes paid? Why you chuckling? Why you building a house? Is your taxes paid before the IRS come clean your shit up? That's why your husband don't want to marry you. Your ex-husband don't want to remarry you because you bad with money. And you sitting up here chuckling with Giselle and you see the barn she live in. The tree house. I can't stand them bitches. Anyway, at some point Giselle admits Jamal lives on her phone. And I'm like, well, why you mad at Karen? You just admitted the shit, but you mad that Karen said it. Only you can say it. Okay. I don't want to talk about whatever story Giselle gonna spin about Jamal because I saw her on Watch What Happened Live and she was still spinning and spinning and spinning. Girl, you have been exposed. Exposed. We ain't believe the shit back when you first came on the TV with the storyline. We ain't believe it. It was dumb of you to do. You got the aftermath of your dumb decision, and now you trying to come out of the dumb decision, but you just getting ready to get more shit. You would do better just not talking about Jamal and not trying to spin this story. Just, I guess you ain't got shit else to talk about, no other storyline. Let's move on. Wendy is with her family talking about Nigerian food. Wendy with her family is something I do enjoy. I like when Wendy talks to her family. I like her family dynamic. I like watching her with her kids. Wendy with her family is interesting. But Wendy brings up mom. Well, you know, her mama want her titties done too. Who cares? Like I said, everybody want their titties done. If they had the money, everybody would do it. Trust me. They would. I would. Let's move on. Wendy has 4 degrees. She done threw all them degrees on our face all last season. To now to her mama, look, mom, I don't want to teach no more. I don't want to do no political shit no more. I don't give a fuck about them 4 degrees. I got them for you. All I want to do is sit back and make candles. I'm like, bitch, you sound dumb. You sound dumb. Out of all the things you can do with all of your intelligence, unless you just got 4 degrees and you're not that smart. I don't know. But with all of your intelligence, Wendy, that I know that you have, I was being a little shady right there. You want to make fucking candles. Candles. Out of all the things. To me, candles wouldn't be... Me and my friends, me and Charles always talk about our $1 billion idea. Candles wouldn't be my $1 billion idea. Not when it's Bed Bath and Beyond. No, Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works got the stronghold on candles. You ain't never gonna beat them when it come to candles. And then when you don't want to buy the expensive ass Bath and Body Works candles, you're gonna take your ass down to Target, TJ Maxx, and get them same fucking candles for $5. The whole time, your husband was rolling his fucking eyes talking about, this bitch wasting my money on candles. And then what I don't like about Wendy, I feel like you dumbing yourself down for reality TV, and I don't like it. Not when I know that you're smart. I don't know nothing about business, so Eddie gonna have to do all the business. I'm just gonna pick out the colors and the fragrances. Bitch, you got 4 degrees, and you telling me you ain't took nan business class out of all 4 of them degrees. Get your money back. Get your money back, bitch. I don't like it. I don't want to see dumbed down. I'm just a housewife, Wendy. I don't want to see that. I liked you, Wendy, because you were fresh. You were different. You weren't like the other housewives. Don't come on here selling me sheets, candles, extensions. Don't come on here selling shit. I mean, do it on the side. It ain't nothing wrong with a side hustle, but don't come on here acting like that's all you want to do is sell some fucking candles. That's the wrong idea. And Giselle was shady, and I hope you seen it. While you on the Instagram and the Twitter going off on Mia, you need to be checking Giselle's ass. Because Andy gonna ask Giselle, do you think Wendy's candles gonna hit it off? And Giselle was like, nah, I don't think that one gonna work. I'm like, bitch, you can't talk about nobody's business because all your business have failed. All of them have failed. Eddie, don't give Wendy $20,000 to waste. This was a cute little scene. I would tell Wendy, if you want $20,000, I'm like, don't you got student loans? I ain't about to pay off all these student loans to make candles. But anyway, that's your business. Karen goes over Ashley's house and they talking about placenta pills. And I want to hit the fast forward. Karen wants to have a love party. Everyone is invited. She said Giselle probably ain't gonna come because she ain't got no man. And that's a shame. Giselle the only one on the show that ain't got a man. She could be fired, Andy. Robin don't want to come because she's attached to Giselle's bush. That was Karen's words. So Robin ain't coming. And Juan, he ain't got time. He ain't got time. And this season, I'm going to read Robin next week for this. We're going to read her next week for this fake ass I can't get out the bed storyline. Anyway, Karen is talking to Ashley. And Ashley is asking her about the hot box and Sing Sing. And Karen is like, I was just talking shit. That sounded good, didn't it? I was just talking shit, you know. Karen probably was talking shit about the hot box. I don't know. Because I don't know how Karen would know Giselle's vaginal information. Like, if Giselle had a hot box, I don't think her and Karen were ever close enough to be like, girl, you know my box is burning, girl. I don't think Giselle would ever spill that to Karen. So she probably was talking shit about that. But like I said, she know what Sing Sing is. Giselle knows it. Karen knows it. And Giselle probably won't be pushing Karen too hard no more. I guarantee she gonna stay very surface with Karen for the rest of the season. At some point, Baby Dean wakes up. He see Karen and hollers like, who is this bitch in my house? And Karen was like, I'll leave. Everybody gets their invitations. And like I said, Giselle threw hers in the trash. I wouldn't even invited the bitch. But anyway, Giselle ain't coming because she ain't got no man. Robin ain't coming because Giselle ain't coming. Candace gets hers and is like, I don't know, you know, I'm still so hurt. And we get to see flashbacks of Monique. I'm like, y'all know I love Monique. But when I say bitch, y'all know I don't mean to call her a bitch. But this bitch ain't on the show no more. Monique is not on the show no more. Why are you still harping on this shit? Candace and everybody else. Y'all goal last season was to ice Monique out and to get her fired from the show. You, Candace, Giselle, Robin, Wendy, all of y'all were on that bandwagon. The bitch is gone. Now, maybe you didn't get her fired, but she quit and she's not there. So why every episode we got to see Monique's face on the screen? Like, yes, we miss Monique, but quit talking about the bitch. You got what you wanted ultimately. And what do you want Karen to do? Do you want Karen to call Monique, who was no longer on the show, and be like, bitch, fuck you. You hit Candace and you was wrong. Fuck you, bitch. That's why you quit. You know, what do you want Karen to do? Monique is not there. So let's all just move on. Please. We're at Karen's party. Karen is me. You know, the decorations were beautiful, but Karen was dressed down in a little tracksuit. She had on some cute heels, but see me, I would have had on my house shoes. When it's a house party at my house, I ain't dressing up. Because when it's at my house, I'm getting ready to get drunk. And I'm getting ready to have fun. And I'm going to be comfortable. I ain't got to drive nowhere. Karen is me. She looked very comfortable in her house party. Anyway, Giselle sits down with her daughters, and I really want to fast forward through this scene to give her daughters relationship advice. And the only thing I could think of was, bitch, please. You can't even give yourself good relationship advice. She has to sit down starting to tell her daughters that she done dated a drug dealer, an NBA player, and then she just wants us to know how trash, gold digger trash she is. I was dating an NBA player and he blew his knee out, and I can't be dealing with the ups and downs of his emotions because his knee was blew out. I had to go find me another rich dick to jump on. Like, bitch, what kind of advice are you giving your children? If you love somebody and they get injured, that it shouldn't even be No, you can't deal with the ups and downs. If you love somebody, you want to be there for them when, you know, it's probably 1 in a billion to get in the NBA. It's so hard. And for you to get in the NBA and blow your knee out and ruin your career, that's some depression. And then for your girlfriend to be like, I can't deal with that shit. It's karma. All of this shit is karma. And you warning them about all the rappers and the athletes. What about the philandering pastors? You ain't warning them about them. But see, they know who their daddy is. And they look at you for stupid for getting back with his ass. Giselle couldn't give me a pinch of salt in relationship advice. If anything, I would look at Giselle and say, whatever that bitch did, do the opposite. Now, I guess because you cute, you could pull them back in the day. But see, your problem is, and I said this to somebody else, I don't know what video, and what Ray was telling you was facts. You should have locked you down somebody back in that day. Because now the NBA players and the footballers, they don't want you. It's new 20-year-old pussy coming around every day. Don't be so vulgar, Angie. It's new women coming around every day, much younger. They ain't got to deal with your old, mean-hearted ass. And I feel like you getting all the karma. And when did you meet Jamal? I thought you and Jamal met in college, but it looked like you went through a whole league of men before you met Jamal. Let's move on from Giselle because I can't stand her and she is trash. And she just admitted on TV how trash she is. Anyway, Wendy gets to the party and she looked good in that red dress. Wendy, show off that body. Candace arrives and Candace, you know, agrees to put bygones to be bygones for the party. We ain't about to hash nothing out. We just here to have a good time. And she does have a good time. I feel like if Robin and Giselle was there, Candace wouldn't be that open. Robin and Giselle would have been on Karen's ass and put a battery in Candace's back. And Candace would have been on a Karen team, you know, with Jizz. I call her Jizz because I don't even want to write out her whole name in my notes. Jizz and Rob. Anyway, but I'm happy they agreed to move forward and to talk about it later. Mia then comes around at some point. So I had to go home and check my ID. I am 36. I'm like, bitch, you sound dumb. Who has to go home and look at their driver's license to figure out how old they are? Someone who's lying. I said on Twitter, 36 where? I don't see 36 nowhere on your body or your face. You look a good 46. You might be 22. I don't know. Don't have me figuring out the math. Shit, I ain't got my calculator. But it ain't my lie to tell. So I ain't got to figure out the math. But girl, put your ID, scratch out the social and everything else. Put the ID with the date of birth on there and let me figure out the math. And I can tell you if you're 36 or 46. If you are 36, bitch, put that surgical knife down because you look bad. Was it Karen who told Robin she look a hard 40? Girl, you look an extra hard 40. Put that surgical thing down. Anyway, Mia versus Wendy. Get in the comments and tell me what's going on with Mia versus Wendy. I watched that shit twice. I couldn't figure out what they were arguing about and who started it. And why does Wendy care that Mia said Giselle had a good heart and picked up her number? I didn't understand where that fit. And Mia got her hand all in her face. Talking about, who gonna make me move my hand, bitch? Do something about it. You know, I was real confused. I said, y'all about to give Candace a panic attack with all that hands in the face. You know she about to pull them Post-it notes back out. You know they coming back out. I'm like, calm down. What are we even arguing about here? I don't know. It seemed like two newbies trying to make a splash on the TV screen. I don't know. The newlywed game was cute. We learned that Mia was a stripper. I ain't mad at that. Get them how you live. They fucked in a Waffle House bathroom. That sounds like some stripper shit to me. And Mia is a dummy. Because even when you say missionary, I don't see a T nowhere in that. You know, even if you sounding it out, missionary. I don't see where you would put a T. But she don't put a T in missionary. Candace and Chris, I think they're just a funny couple. When they said, how would you describe your marriage? She said crazy. He said decent. That don't sound like no marriage words to me, but hey, that's them. Karen and Ray are just cute together. I loved all their answers for the game. And Ray brought up Katie because they asked some question about who would you be attracted to outside of your wife. And he said Katie. Katie was a beautiful model. And Wendy and Eddie, I think they won the newlywed game. And I just like Wendy and Eddie. I think they're a very cute couple. And I just love all their answers together. And that was the end of the episode. I kept this close to 30 minutes. That's good because I had a lot of notes and I had a lot to say, but I didn't want to be extra long. But thank you all for who all watched it to the end. I love Potomac. It is one of my favorite reality shows out right now. And again, I cranked out 4 videos and I'm very proud of myself for getting all these videos out today. And thank you all for watching. Please subscribe because I will be doing Potomac all season. We will be having a good time. Like the video, share the video, and leave all your good comments so we can have a good time in the comment section as well. And I will see you all next week for the next review. Have a good one. Bye.